Hey everyone, in this video, we'll dive into the minds of the world's best athletes and discuss several secrets on why they're so good. Also, make sure to stick around to the end of the video, as I'll introduce a bonus mental skill of why many of the world's best athletes are able to perform at such a higher level on a consistent basis. And I'll showcase one of the greatest athletes of all time as an example. Let's get started. The first secret mental skill that all elite athletes excel in is called quieting the mind. Elite athletes have the ability to quiet the mind at a level that far exceeds amateur athletes. But what is quieting the mind? Well, as an athlete, have you ever struggled with overthinking during competition? We see this struggle in many areas of sports, such as through worrying or becoming too technical with skills. These examples are performance killers and often result in mistakes, frustration, and poor performance. In 2014, a study was conducted with professional soccer player Neymar da Silva Santos Jr., otherwise simply known as Neymar. This study was conducted along with other professional soccer players and amateur players as well. In this study, scientists were studying brain activity through MRI images, and they made all participants go through complex drills and movements. What they discovered was short of astonishing, particularly from what they found from Neymar, who was among one of the world's best soccer players at the time. From MRI images, scientists discovered that Neymar's brain activity is less than 10% of an amateur soccer player. This means that Neymar barely thinks under pressure, while many amateur soccer players think more under pressure. As a result, Neymar is able to perform far more complex movements at once. So how is Neymar and many other of the world's best athletes able to quiet their minds so much more than others? Well, that brings us to secret number 2. But before discussing secret number 2, please make sure to like the video if you haven't, as it greatly helps out the channel's algorithm. Also, if you like what you're learning and want to keep your game up to date on the latest sports psychology and science-based mental toughness skills on how to take your game to the next level, then please subscribe to the channel, as I post new videos every week. Secret number 2 is called myelin. Myelin is a fatty substance that wraps around nerve fibers and serves to increase the speed of electrical communication between neurons. Neurons are electrically excitable cells in the nervous system and function to process and transmit information. This information is in many forms, but for elite athletes, the relationship among myelin and neurons is profoundly displayed through movement. In simpler terms, think of myelin as the key component for skill production. When an athlete is engaged in a skill, whether they're learning it for the first time or training to keep their skills sharp, they're always in the process of firing electrical signals which travel through a chain of neurons. Therefore, myelin is the insulation that wraps every fiber and increases the athlete's ability to strengthen the skill's memory, speed, and accuracy. Simply put, myelin is a big part of what many athletes and coaches call muscle memory. So the more myelin an athlete has for the particular skill, the easier and more efficient that skill becomes. This means that it requires less energy from the brain to produce the same skill. This is why athletes such as Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, and Neymar are able to make complex skills look so easy. They have far more myelin production than other athletes. In addition, the way you train is critical to myelin production. Top athletes are always training in challenging environments where mistakes are part of their practice, while many amateur athletes fear mistakes and try to have perfect practices. Myelin production improves the most through tough practices, where mistakes are a part of training. To simplify this, we know in science that struggling is a key component of skill development, or as we've just learned, myelin development. For example, an athlete who is learning a new skill, such as how to hit a tennis backhand for the first time, won't get it right. In fact, he'll make hundreds, if not thousands of mistakes before achieving mastery. But with every mistake, the athlete is secretly getting better, because underneath what you see is the brain going to work, firing off electrical signals traveling through a chain of neurons and converting that chain into myelin. To become the best, you want to stay away from perfectionism and instead embrace mistakes and modify your training to make it challenging so your brain can continue to create and grow more myelin. Make sure that your practices are challenging so that it requires a high level of concentration and that you're able to get many repetitions of the same skill over a consistent and extensive period of time. Also, make sure that you stay away from practicing bad technique and instead take your time with practicing proper technique, as myelin will continue to produce whatever you practice. Now let's talk about secret number 3, mindset. This secret ties in completely with the first two and is defined simply as an athlete's belief system. But a belief system is far from simple, as it sets the tone for the improvement rate and likelihood that an athlete will succeed in their sport over time. Although myelin production is critical to achieving skill mastery, humans are not computers and must be emotionally shaped in addition to their physical skills. Carol Dweck, a renowned social psychologist, is one of the industry's leading experts in the field. Dr. Dweck emphasizes the importance of athletes and all performers developing what is called a growth mindset. This mindset emphasizes the importance of valuing effort and experience over ability and validation. Many athletes struggle to reach the elite level because they have what is called a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that talent alone is what drives success. And these athletes feel that there is little they can do to change part or all of their performance. For example, an athlete who is struggling with a fixed mindset may say things such as, "I'm not good at playing against lefties," or "I'm just not a good three-point shooter." Although these statements may appear true to the athlete at the time, studies show that they are far from the truth. And unfortunately, athletes who develop a fixed mindset are mentally found to be more likely to avoid practicing areas that they're not good at, and even give up earlier in the sport altogether. Now, unlike fixed mindset athletes, athletes who have a growth mindset are found to consistently work through difficult setbacks, such as performance slumps, technical changes, or injuries. These athletes are found time and time again to be the ones who reach their full potential. Okay, so I want to add a bonus secret to the list, and this skill is prevalent in many sports. It's called quiet eye. In sports, this secret skill involves tracking an object or focusing on a target, such as in golf, tennis, archery, hockey, soccer, basketball, and more. Quiet eye has been shown to be pivotal among elite performance. In fact, the best athletes in the world have developed this skill at far greater proficiency than amateur athletes. But what exactly is quiet eye? Quiet eye is the length of time an athlete looks at a target prior to executing a critical phase of movement. In simpler terms, quiet eye is how long an athlete stays focused on a target, such as a ball or a puck, before, during, and after execution of the shot. Studies using eye-gazing technology show that elite athletes start looking at the target earlier and stay focused on the target for longer periods of time compared to amateur athletes. Now, why is this so important? It's important because anxiety is directly related to target fixation. In other words, when stress and anxiety go up, the time athletes spend focusing on the target starts to go down. This means that the athlete's brain is receiving less information on how to accurately address the target. I'll go one step further with a video I recorded 10 years ago at a tennis tournament currently known as the Miami Open. This video is from one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Roger Federer. Now in this video, I want to show you exactly what quiet eye looks like. Let's take a look at Roger Federer's forehand in real time. Pay attention to his eyes. Did you catch it? Most likely not, because it all happened so fast. But now I'm going to slow it down to many frames per second. Pay attention to his eyes again. Notice how long he keeps his head down after contact with the ball. When did he finally look up to see where the ball went? This habit of Roger's is not by chance. Roger has been trained in various areas of sports science since a very young age. So his success in tennis is also not by luck alone. Therefore, Roger's ability to watch the ball longer while keeping his head down protects him from the debilitating effects of anxiety and stress. Where most athletes would look up earlier, they would be more suspect to wanting to know if their opponent will get the ball back or if they hit it in or out. This all leads to an increase in anxiety and overthinking. But Roger has found a way to quiet all of that by simply eliminating external distractions. In summary, Roger Federer is remarkable because he is able to maximize every secret mental skill discussed earlier. Roger quiets his mind, has incredible myelin production, utilizes a world-class belief system, and maximizes quiet eye training. It's no surprise why Roger Federer has won 20 Grand Slams and is still ranked inside the top 5 in the world at almost 40 years of age. So there you have it, the 4 mental toughness secrets of elite athletes. If you enjoyed the video, please click on the like button below. Also, Comment below on what secret you found to be the most beneficial to you and your sport. Was it performing with a quiet mind, myelin, mindset, or quiet eye? Post your comment below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. And make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the latest mental toughness techniques, podcasts, webinars, and more. I upload new videos every week. In addition, if you're interested in taking your game to the next level, then please check out the links below, as I offer live group mental training, online courses, and one-on-one training with myself. The program I offer at SPMI is one that has helped thousands of athletes of all ages and skill levels, from amateur to collegiate to professional. This program helps you as an athlete develop long-lasting mental toughness skills that remove your current mental blocks and develop world-class mental toughness to face whatever challenges lie ahead. So thanks for watching, and until next time.